Hi, it's Mitz from My Life Mitz. Thank you so much for being here. In my last video, or maybe it was 2 videos ago, I filmed a journal with me session in the Hobonichi Techo, and I filmed a video sharing with you this process. We went to the Mount Fuji Kodomo no Kuni, and I felt like journaling right away, and that's what I did. And I shared that process with you with the doodles and things. As you can see, I haven't written in anything, but so I thought it would be interesting to share with you how I would journal it in my traveler's notebook, because I did talk about it in this video, how I keep some of my little events and travels in the traveler's notebook, and then other parts, or I guess just sharing with you different journaling ways. I don't do this to all of the outings because that would be really difficult. I don't think I could catch up. But yeah, I just thought it would be interesting to share with you how I maybe do different layouts and things in my Hobonichi versus traveler's notebook, and just share with you the process. And I think with Hobonichi, it's comes in phases. This year, I've doodled a lot more compared to other years, and with this spread, I only took out this one cutout from the actual pamphlet, and I doodled the rest. So I kept the remaining pamphlet. I only have this one piece, so I thought it would be fun to just share with you how I kind of cut things up and put it into my traveler's notebook. This is totally off topic, but this little brass charm from the traveler's company, it fell off, it broke, and I'm really upset, not upset, but just really sad, because it was a set of 3 and it was always together like this, and it fell off. I'm wondering if I can clip it to this brass. Hopefully you can see here, this is really on a side bar here, but let's see if this is going to work, or I'll just have to fix it off camera. I think that'll be okay for now. But yeah, it was a set of 3. I always had these 3 together. These 2. This is Fuji-san. Oh, actually, it's really great timing. But I received from a lovely friend. And anyways, okay, so let's jump into the traveler's notebook. This one here, I started this year. I'm going to take out some of the papers later. Maybe I'll just take some out now so that I can have them handy. And so I started this notebook this year. I have my travels when we went to Okayama. And some of these process videos are up on my Instagram as well. I'll just do a quick flip through. I like to use the maps and things for backgrounds. It's really nice to have. And I, of course, like to use the information that's written on the pamphlet so that I can refer to it later. And of course, I'll keep the packaging and little business cards and things from shops that we visit. And this one I'll remember, the kamaboko was so good. It was fresh and very warm, and yeah, it was very, very yummy. I kept the little wooden, how would you say, this wooden piece here that you use to grab the mochi, or the dango, I think it was. And we stopped by a service area, and they had these stamps, so I of course stamped it out, or my kids probably stamped it out, and I just cut that out. But yeah, Malaysia was very last minute, but it was so much fun. I don't think I finished some parts of journaling in here yet with regards to Malaysia. But yes, I met Jane the Crazy, and we were able to have a little fun journal session as well. Actually, she journaled in my passport notebook. Yeah, see, I haven't finished in here. Yeah, I haven't finished the Malaysia part. And then there's just a little bit of journaling there. These stamps I stamped out when we met at a cafe. It's really cute. Momo brought some of her like Christmas stamps. She had a whole bunch, but we didn't have the opportunity to stamp them out. The food came. But anyways, I'm just going to use this page spread here. Let's see if there's anything else I might use in the back. I'll just take these out for now. I need to tell myself to use these stamps from Traveler's Company, because some of them have the actual year. Like this one is 2023, and so I think I always forget to use them and the dates written on them. It's not a big deal, but so I only have this one, and then I also printed out a photo using the Inspic, and of course I used the photos from just the home printer on regular copy paper. I use the Pic Collage that is free. And so let's start off with just cutting out the, I think I want to use that one, just the ones that pertain to the trip. And then these other ones, I will stick them in my, I need to catch up in my knitting journal. So I do print out photos and things of my knitting journey. And I have a knitting journal. I use a traveler's notebook actually for my knitting journal. I need to catch up on that. And yeah, the rest I think I'll put in my Hobonichi. I have empty spots. Oh yeah, this is the meetup that we had. And that's where we got to stamp. So I have these photos here. Sometimes I will end up using all of the photos. There are times where the photos will be distributed to my Hobonichi. And then there are just times, well, they end up in a small little box and I end up catching up later, which is okay as well. But that's just the reality of it. At least I've printed the photos out so that I can stick them in at a later date. I'm pretty sure there's got to be other photos of when my kids are super young that I have and that I end up using a little bit later on. And there's no I don't know, I don't really have any particular order or layout. I sometimes refer, you know how there's like scrapbooking layouts available that you can check online? Those come in handy as well if you're coming at a standstill and you're not sure what to do. I usually have my photos and then I'll have my pamphlet or business card or packaging. And then I have just some background papers. These are from a lovely friend that I have here, and of course here as well, as just kind of layering pieces. You can also use washi tape or watercolor as well, of course. So let's see what grabs my attention. I think I'm going to cut this part off and use a bit of the map. The title is gone, so I don't think I can use that. I could use this part that says Kodomo no Kuni. Yeah, it's probably doable. I can use that. So let's cut that first. If I had a bit more time, I would probably take out some of the alphabet stamps as well and stamp that out on a separate piece of paper. And then, like I said, I'm going to just cut off this piece here. Sometimes it's easier to just use a straight edge to cut it. So let's see, we did visit the big slide. We didn't do any of the golfing or anything. This was interesting. They had a little section for the kids where you can just, I don't know if it's actually making anything, but just to experience hammering a nail into a piece of wood and stuff like that. They did go into this net as well, so maybe I'll cut out some of these things, the activities that they did. It was nice. I don't know if you missed the Hobonichi video, but it was nice because there weren't a lot of people. It was cold. It was a beautiful sunny day, you can see in the photos, but it was cold, and I guess it's a bit far from Tokyo, and maybe that's why there weren't a lot of people. It was quite empty, to the point where it's kind of concerning. I don't know if they have enough business or not. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that. I can always use like the writing part because I can't really read Japanese that well. I can always use these as background pieces too. And then comes this main section here. Oh, they did do the mountain biking. Let's cut this out as well. Oops. I think this is the maze. I think that's what it says, the Suzuki maze. So we did that, and we also did this maze as well, the bamboo maze and the mountain biking. So let's cut those out. I'm looking at the event here. It looks like in the summertime you can play with water and canoe, and in the winter there's some area for the snow. So maybe we'll go again in the future. And then this piece, I don't think I'm going to refer to this map in the future. I think it's just going to be a background piece, most likely. I'm just going to rip the edges off to make it a little bit more soft and not such a straight edge. Then I'll probably just glue that down here. I think I'll glue this part down, and then I'll just leave this part as is and stick these ones down and journal about that. The reasoning behind that is I don't want to cover this cute little stamp here. I guess I could just use a brand new page, but let's just do that. Let's just stick this part down here. Oh, I don't know if you can hear my stomach rumbling. It's lunch, and I wanted to journal in my traveler's notebook and share with you how I would document the same event. I don't, like I said, I don't usually do that, but I guess for those that are kind of getting into journaling, I thought it would be helpful to see various ways that you can use the ephemera that you've collected. I'm just going to use this natural edge here, or the spine, and just stick that in. It looks a little crooked, eh? That's okay. Maybe I'll add some washi tape there later. I was thinking of using that one. Sorry, I'm going to be jumping in and out of journals because that's what I end up usually doing when I see something that I can utilize on a certain spread. So for example, this one, I know that we went to a cafe, and this corner one here, it says the actual date, 2023, and it says coffee and notebooks, which is perfect because that's what we had. I'm referring to this event here that we met up for lunch, or I think it was a brunch. So although I do have some pink going on, it's okay. I'm just going to stick this in here. Perfect. Okay, so back to the traveler's notebook. I want to have maybe a square or circle. I think I like the square. Let's see, maybe that one there, and I think I'll stick to the square and use that circle sticker as the background. You can always use watercolor to add color to the page as well. There's a lot of other layering pieces to use. I've ripped out some papers from notebooks in the past as well. I think I'll use this piece for journaling a bit. Journaling a bit here. I can't forget this one as well. Oh, maybe that's better this way. I think I'm going to rip this up. So do you journal about outings or events in your journal as well, or do you just keep them kind of in like a photo album or maybe a scrapbook? Yeah, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I just want to doodle, and if we go to a park, I just want to take, if I have some pictures, I was going to say photos, pictures, I'll print out the pictures, and then I'll put the pictures in a Hobonichi. Like a bigger all-day event, sometimes I'll doodle in here, and then I'll do the remaining in the travelers. And there are days where the photos and items just remain in my phone. Sometimes I will print out the photos. I usually end up printing out the photos and then journaling about it later on. So that looks okay. I don't want to think about it too much. I don't remember if these are stickers or not. Yes. Yeah, I don't want to think about my layouts too much. I just want to kind of go with my gut and stick them in, because sometimes I feel like I overthink things, and then it just takes up too much time. And then these are the, I totally forgot that I had all these other items as well. I knew I just cut out those ones, but these ones, I might make them into like tip-ins, like a layered tip-in. I like bits like this, like edges of papers where they're different from the journal that I'm currently working in. So I'm just going to use this piece. This is from the Delphonics notebook. I should probably use some washi tape as well. Yeah, I took this one out as well. I think this is from Eva, and it's like a really cute pocket with some lime green stitching. Oh, that's so cool. I think because there's just so many bits, I think the other photos that might not fit on the page, I will definitely stick in the little pocket here, and I'll tip that in. This photo, I wonder if I have space here where I journaled. Let's see. Yes, maybe I'll stick this one in here instead. Yeah, let's do that because it's a smaller. It's a lot of Mount Fuji though. It's Fuji, Fuji, and Fuji. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, let's stick that in here instead. Perfect. Okay. Like I said, I can use the writing on the back here as kind of like a backing. I'm going to rip the edge here. And once again, I'm going to tear it towards me so that I see the white edge. I'm going to tear this piece towards me. You can see that white edge there. And because I don't want it to catch my attention, I'm going to put it upside down, and then I'll just do it like that. Let's glue that in there. Maybe add some washi tape to the top edge, just a little bit. Okay, put it upside down here. And here is where I will journal. Oh, the girl is getting cut off. This is where I'll journal. What day was this? Was November the 26th. So I'll write here November the 26th, and I kind of want to use a thicker you can see, hopefully you can see there. November the 26th. Okay, let's glue this down without overthinking. So I don't have a chair here at my desk. I'm crouching down, and so my back is starting to not like it. Okay, so I'm going to journal about the day there, and let's see how I utilize these cutouts from the pamphlet. Like I said, the extra bits, I'm going to put it in a pocket here. I wonder if I can glue that down, or if I tip this one in here. I think it's a tad too wide. What do you think? Do you think I should tip it in this way? Let's think about the events first, the events that they've participated in. I kind of like how the colors are already there, the different, like the green and the peach. And there's no rule that says you have to use only 2 pages. Of course, if you have a lot of things that you've collected, you can use as many or as little, as many or little as you want. Even if it's just like half of a page, that's okay too. Maybe I'll stick some on the back here. Yep, let's do that. If this bothers you, you can always, of course, use just regular paper to cover that up. Like if this is too busy for you and it's kind of like a distraction, you can always cover it up with some paper. I really liked the Suzuki. I don't know if I have a photo. Oh yeah, I did print out a photo of the Suzuki, which was really, really fun. Maybe I'll do something like that and journal about it. I have a short video clip of it in the Hobonichi journal where it was like a maze of the Suzuki, and I researched the Japanese, like the translation, and I've already forgotten about it. It was a while back, but anyways, yes, it was very tall. I don't know if you probably can't tell, but in the photos you can't really tell, but they were towering over us adults, and yeah, it was a really fun maze. Really fun for the kids and for us as well. All right. I'll probably add off camera maybe some washi tape here and there just to, especially, well, I guess this is quite stuck on there, so it's okay, but maybe just as accents. The rest of the photos, like this beautiful Mount Fuji. We were eating in this like hut, like rest area, and the photo, oh, it's kind of hard to see, but there was a window, or actually it was just a like a open cutout window there, and you could see the Fujisan or Mount Fuji right through that window. It was a very, very nice, beautiful day. We played hide and seek. You can see Fujisan there in the back as well. Maybe I'll do that just because it's such a nice blue color, and it really pops against the brown and beige of the Suzuki. If this is not enough writing space or journaling space, you can grab a separate piece of paper and do all of the journaling, and then you can tip it in later. You can fold it up and put it into like a pocket here. So there's other ways. There's days where I just want to journal and write. And then there's just days I just want to stick things down like this. So, and then this is where I might end up sticking these photos on a separate piece of paper and folding that in. But for the time being, I think it would be nice to add some tabs as well here. Maybe I'll stick it to that so that it kind of covers it up. What do you think? Or I should do it this way? That's kind of funny. My orientation, I usually end up doing this. which is okay too because that sticks out and then you can see that's in the back there. But this is also a really fun orientation as well, to stick it down this way and then have the items in here. You can kind of see them at the top. I think I'm just going to go with my original thought and stick that in there. I'm not going to get too close to the edge there. Sorry, I think I just knocked the little camera thing. But yeah, I think I'm going to add some tabs because the photos are going to get buried inside. I don't think I have my tabs. Oh, I do have some tabs here. Oh, that's packaging from somewhere a long time ago, probably. Let's see. Let's just add it to one of them, one of the photos. Let's just add it to one photo and attach it with some washi tape. This little piece ripped by mistake. Okay. There's photos in there. I think it would be cute to add tabs to each one and then kind of stagger them. Although you'll probably get like staggering them would be really fun, like 1, 2, 3. I think that would be so cute. But anyways, this video is probably long enough. I have this other section of the washi tapes. I'm just going to put that in there. So yes, that's how I feel like something's missing, so I will most likely maybe add something later. I'm not sure, but so that's how I would journal in my Hobonichi versus the Traveler's Notebook. There's like a side by side if you wanted to take a look. There's a little side by side if you wanted to take a look. Yeah, I kind of like the doodles though. It adds a really nice personal touch to it. I think maybe once my kids are old enough, they would love to journal and also contribute to the journal. I think my daughter did that somewhere. We went to the beach and like just having these little drawings, it totally makes me smile. So I kind of like the personal aspect of the doodling, and but I also like this aspect where I have the pamphlet and the photos as well. It's a nice snapshot look at the park. And yeah, I think I want to add the tabs later and have these kind of peeking out like that would be fun. And just layering bits and pieces. Don't be afraid to use the other parts of the pamphlet or ephemera. You can use that as the background too. But yeah, I hope you found this video interesting, or I hope you were able to relax a bit and journal along. I'm going to finish or get going with my lunch break because I'm starving and I need to get back to work. But thank you so much for spending your time here. I appreciate you so much. I hope you are doing well and staying safe, and I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, so I had another idea and I just wanted to share before I said, before I totally finished with this spread. So I'm just going to, like I said, add little tabs to the edges. I just ripped a piece of paper Also, you can rip some washi tape as well. I wonder, if the circle is small enough, you can kind of fold it on itself and make a tab that way as well. Let's try. I'll just show you what I mean by that, because sometimes it's easier to visually see things, for me especially. Yeah, I don't mind covering this little edge here, so I'm just going to cover that up and fold it down. And you can of course do this with washi tape. Oh, it's very crooked. It's okay. Okay, so you can see here the little tabs peeking out. And then I thought you can number them, like one. This is a picture where we did the hide and go seek, and you can write the number 1 and then journal there, and then of course number 2 or number 3, and then just number them and journal about each specific photo. And I think that would be a really fun way to document events and photos and memories. Or of course you can just journal like you usually do, but I just thought that would be a really fun idea. And that's something that I don't think I've really done in the past, where I've tabbed the item. It doesn't have to be a photo, it could just be like a label of something that you kept, and it brings back certain memories. But yeah, I've never tabbed and then numbered and then journaled about it like that. So I think that's what I will try off camera. Like I said, I'm starving right now. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to grab my lunch and maybe I'll work on this while I'm eating. And yes, thank you so much. I will see you soon. Bye.